Basically, I'm a software engineer. I'm a Hyderabadi guy. Studied my mechanical engineering initially. Then went abroad for masters in computer science. Then that's when I got a first taste of US. But back of my mind, I always had this interest for visual media. Coming from middle class kind of background, I wouldn't have ventured into filmmaking when I was here. So I వెయిట్ చేసి నాకు డబ్బులు సంపాదించుకుని నాకు సొంతగా నా కాళ్ళ మీద నేను నిలబడి తర్వాత కానీ ఐ డెంట్ వాంట్ గో ఇంటూ ఫిల్మ్ స్కూల్. సో ఐ కంప్లీటెడ్ మై మాస్టర్స్ డిగ్రీ ఎంఎఫ్ఏ ఇన్ హార్వర్డ్ యూనివర్సిటీ ఇన్ ఫిల్మ్ మేకింగ్. దెన్ అది వచ్చింది, ఇప్పుడు డిగ్రీ వచ్చింది, అమెరికా చూసాం, తర్వాత ఏం చేయాలి అన్న డౌట్లో ఐ జస్ట్ ఆల్వేస్ వాంటెడ్ ఇండియా వాజ్ మై వాట్ ఎవర్ ఫైనల్ డెస్టినేషన్ ఆర్ ఓన్లీ డెస్టినేషన్. స్టార్టెడ్ స్కౌటింగ్, అరే ఎవరి దగ్గర చేరి పని చేయాలా, నేర్చుకోవాలా, సినిమా తీయాలా ఏంటి అనే డౌట్లో ఉండగా దట్స్ వెన్ డాలర్ డ్రీమ్స్ హ్యాపెండ్ యాక్చువల్లీ. సో సాఫ్ట్వేర్ యూస్ చేసుకుని యూఎస్ వెళ్ళటం అనేది ది వన్ అండ్ ఓన్లీ ప్రొఫెషన్ అమంగ్స్ యంగ్స్టర్స్, అమంగ్ ఫ్యామిలీస్, అమంగ్ ప్రాస్పెక్టివ్ brides or whatever, they all final destiny, the one and only destiny was US anamata. So dollars. So I thought that was adi mana social fabric ni change chestundi anipinchindi నాకు బేసిక్గా. So I wanted to make a movie on that.
Shekar had come down from the US. It was almost 2 years. We met at a friend's place, and when he saw me, he thought I suited a character in that film. I was more keen to actually work with him behind the camera. So that's where our association started. I played a part in that ensemble cast. I played a character called Sinu, somebody who's very lost in life and who's trying to find some direction. It was pretty easy to play that kind of a role, and I got to assist Shekar on that project.
So I started, okay, the concept, it takes this kind of money. So let me pull the money. And first thing is money. Filmmaking involves what it takes to make a film is money, basically. So I started pulling in money from my friend, my brother and myself and all. So unna money anta pool chesi. So I thought, okay, the budget will be 20 lakhs or so. Then I floated a company called Amigos Creations Private Limited. So I completed that in 20 odd days. So we finished the shooting part. And then once that is over, now I didn't know what it takes to distribute, basically. So our film, completed film cans తీసుకెళ్ళి we went to a theatre owner. I just went to Sangeet and best theatre ante what is the best theatre in Hyderabad? So I said Sangeet. There were a lot of learnings from Dollar Dream.
People liked Archana's character, but I didn't know much because Dollar Dreams was not talked so much.
Very small picture in the sense in 20 days we have shot it. దాంట్లో ఆయనకి నార్మల్ వీ హ్యాడ్ షాట్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ నార్మల్.
శేఖర్ కమ్లా గారు ఫస్ట్ మా బ్రదర్ చెప్పాడు నాకు, ఆయన ఒక సినిమా తీస్తున్నారు, అక్కడ స్టేట్స్లో చదువుకొని వచ్చారు సినిమా గురించి అంటే. చిన్న సినిమా కదా అన్న చిన్న ఫస్ట్ ఇంప్రెషన్లో ఉండేది, ఎందుకంటే అప్పుడు అన్ని పెద్ద సినిమాలు కమర్షియల్ సినిమా చేసేటప్పుడు అవార్డ్ సినిమా ఏం చేస్తాం అన్న ఫీలింగ్లో ఉండేవాడిని. బట్ ఒకటి ఆయన అక్కడ చదువుకొని వచ్చారు కాబట్టి సరే చదువుకొని వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకి ఎలా తేడా ఉంటుంది, కొత్త కదా అని చెప్పి ఒప్పుకోవడం జరిగింది. ఆ సినిమా నాకు పెద్దగా ఎక్కలేదండి. డాలర్ డ్రీమ్స్ అంటే బేసిక్గా అది ఒక అవార్డ్ స్టైల్ సినిమా అని చెప్పి నేను చెప్పాను, సరే ఇది మీ స్టైల్ది, నాకు 8 అంటే చేస్తున్నాం కానీ సినిమా ఎంతవరకు ఆడదని నాకు తెలియదు, కొంచెం పొయిటిక్ టచ్ సినిమా కాబట్టి అని అన్నా.
The best thing that happened is the national award. Then I said, okay, just apply, and last moment ఒకటే print ఉంది, you just sent it to national awards, and then suddenly that came.
Later on picked up by 20th Century Fox India and distributed all over the country, which was great for us because it got Shekar and the film a national exposure, which was very much needed.
High point in Dollar Dreams thing, and it was such a fantastic award that lot of things changed. Right? In terms of economics, it changed. Still, it didn't make money. So that's how difficult a small movie is to distribute or market.
The making of Dollar Dreams and the eventual release of it was quite an adventure.
For me, it was a venture that was done with conviction, with commitment, but never did it make money. So no regrets. It's done. అయిపోయింది. what is now as a filmmaker, I stood like with a national award. I said Shekar Kammula is this guy. How did it help? Nothing happened, so I had a script. My thesis script called Anand.
In fact, during the making of Dollar Dreams, Shekar would often talk about Anand. He told me about how he wrote the film, which is what really got me interested in the project in the first place. He told me that he wrote the script during, I think, one winter in the US while it was snowing outside in Virginia, and he told me how that atmosphere really inspired him to write the story. And I think it actually reflects that state of mind in which he wrote that story reflects in the film. That sort of set a very romantic setting to the film, which shows.
Just at least a resume laga first movie lo I got a national award kabatti I just at least approach was easy. I met a lot of people.
We were very aware that to make Anand, it would require a huge amount of infrastructure to be put in place and a lot of money. So what followed after Dollar Dreams and the success of Dollar Dreams was the struggle to make Anand. It was not easy.
Went around studios. Every probably producer that I thought would be able to produce it, I met, and then narrated the story, gave the script and all. But unfortunately, I think National Award, what it did was created a kind of fear in them actually. What will this movie do? Is it an award purpose movie?
Even if you win a national award in this country, the film industry does not open its doors to you. It still tends to judge you. It judges you only on your commercial success.
So I'm saying it's not 20 lakhs, it's like 80 lakhs or 1 crore project, and it will be made by me. So I think they thought, okay, write off 1 crore, and I think nobody was eager.
Because they doubted Shekar's capability to make a film that was commercially viable.
And also they couldn't, I don't think they could see the script through also. So I kept telling this is commercial, this has commercial potential. Some people ask me, would you guarantee money? And I said, no, nobody can guarantee money. I can just say, okay, fine, it may do well. So our trip so probably 3 years అయిపోయింది. 3 years తర్వాత సడన్ గా అగైన్ 2-3 film festivals లో Dollar Dreams connections some NFDC came into picture. They said, okay, you made Dollar Dreams and why are you silent అన్నాడు. అంటే one of the guys from NFDC. I said, I'm not silent, I'm running around I'm meeting a lot of people and sir, but I'm not getting money. NFDC I was hesitant actually because NFDC conventionally does so-called socially relevant or conscious, whatever movies, art house movies. I said I was hesitant. Then he said, no, we would like to see commercial movies. Let's see your script. Then I sent the script. It took around 1 year for them to just evaluate that, and the board evaluated, and they said they had okay feel. They didn't say it's great, but because of my national Swarna Kamal, I think they had some positive remarks on overall evaluation. So after passing, they said we will not fund it 100%. We will do a sharing business so that you deliver your best, and there's an accountability from your side. So okay, I said I will. So now I have 40 odd lakhs. Now I am not alone. Now I have like 50% money each in government. So what? Now are you ready? And I just started my journey again. So that was a little surprising. Still people didn't believe actually. He said, okay, 50% వచ్చినా కానీ ఇంకో 50 ఎవడిస్తాడు అయిపోతే. So I said, I went on. That went on for probably 1 more year, I think. So then I thought, okay, to hell with all these things, we have our Amigos creations. And I started off with my own again. That's when my finances and my I just scrapped through all what I had. Almost literally all what I had. And then my brother came into picture. My friends again, US love, because they were now 4 years older than when they did Dollar Dreams. So they might have made money, and I contacted them again. So fundamentally, I think they all see. I think they just gave it because, okay, whatever it is, you have passion, just do it.
So Shekar his brother, and a lot of his friends contributed towards the investment needed, the capital needed to start the film.
So now we have the money, we have the script, so we wanted to start. The next most challenging thing was the locations. Locations in Hyderabad, I wanted like a perfect locations, because it's a dream, it's a story, and the narration is a dream, but locations are facts. I mean, they had to exist. So I really, అంటే ఎన్నెన్నో లొకేషన్లు తిరిగి హ్యాండ్ పిక్ చేసాం బేసికలీ. లాట్ ఆఫ్ మోస్ట్ ఫండమెంటల్ కీ అంటే హార్ట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ లొకేషన్ సర్చ్లో ద రూపాస్ హౌస్ వాజ్ ద key, where I think 50% or 40 to 50% of the story was around the house where Anand. So that I didn't want to compromise. So ఊరంతా తిరిగాం, ప్రతి స్టూడియో, రామోజీ, రామనాయుడు, Nanakramgula, every place we went, every Jubilee Hills, Madhapur, every area we searched in Hyderabad. Finally, it was like such a destiny that I just found the house near, like walkable, like 200, half kilometer from my house. So I was just, some night I was just like so stressed that this house is the key. If it doesn't happen, the movie might not happen, and that's critical. So I just bumped into this house, a dead end, which was actually it's in Padmara Nagar, and it's coincidences, it was my school actually. I studied my first standard over there. So it was like a big open space, a decent looking house with open space which is abandoned. Then I caught hold of him and I said, sir, we want your house basically, and we will clean up, we will build a set, and we will make the house, make the lawn, everything. So overnight, as soon as he agreed, I knew that Anand was on the rails. There's nothing else could stop it. Apart from money is always there. Money, if you don't have, movie doesn't get made. So house construction, I planned the set. So just designed the set with the art director, sat with him beautifully, and the way I was imagining, and కొన్ని what you call geographies tilt అవుతాయి imagination ki script ki adi whatever we could we did, and we spent a lot on the set actually. And November 31st we planned, that was a muhurtam shot of Anand. I was in the US, I was inspired by a lot of women in the US. So, and not just particular girls, I'm saying generally women in the US how they lived independently. Negatives would ఉంటాయి, but I said let's take positives basically. Independent గా బయటకు వచ్చి పని చేస్తూ, అంటే they are like working women kind of thing. Every other day, every other apartment you tend to see these people. So single mothers, and nothing, and it's a way of life basically for them. So I thought, let me give that kind of flavor to this character. When I wanted to choose the actors, first came Anand. Anand తిరిగాం చాలా, అంటే my fundamentally foremost first choice was Mr. Pawan Kalyan. Because I thought he had that casualness. Then I thought, okay, I started scouting him. Basically, first thing is I was going for the looks. A look ఏంటంటే what this guy is a rich guy, under he's been bullied actually throughout the movie, bullied by Rupa. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఏమంటే వినాలి, yet he shouldn't be a loser, basically depressed loser లా కాకుండా he has to be strong in a different way. సో ఆ లుక్ కోసం, అంటే నైస్ బాయ్ కానీ he shouldn't be like almost like submissive. సో ఐ వాజ్ లుకింగ్ ఎట్ దట్ మిక్స్చర్. సో చాలా చూశాను యాక్చువల్లీ, అంటే చూడడం అంటే అబ్బాయిలు కానీ ఎతకలేదు ఎక్కువగా, కానీ యాక్ట్ చేసేవాళ్ళు అందరిని చూస్తూ వస్తుంటే సడన్గా ఈ రాజా, ఐ సా హిమ్ on a song అనమాట టీవీలో.
That's how Shekar came to know about me. And he also mentioned that when he saw that program, he said, this is what I was looking for. 4 years of my search has ended here.
When I saw him in person, I liked him basically. I liked the look. I thought he had a nice smile basically. Anand should be having a nice smile basically. And
Actually made me feel really happy because somebody's been waiting you know, for the kind of role that he's been planning to make. So I was telling Shekar, definitely I would love to work with you.
He was willing, first fundamental thing is, having liked the looks, he was willing to act, he was willing to give me dates, he was willing to rehearse, he was willing to do anything for Anand basically. And he was just has that kind of confidence in me and Anand.
I came to know about Shekar only through Dollar Dreams, and he won the national award for his first film. So I told Shekar, I don't want to hear the script, I'm just on for the film, and I hope you're going to do the film with me. So he said definitely. And that's how we started off. Our first meeting happened, and we all came to an agreement that I'm doing the film.
And Rupa kosam aithe we struggled a lot. We just went on and on and on. So Telugulo kuda try chesam, Telugu ammayలు ikkada unnallu andarni chaala mandi pilisam. Then we couldn't get. Then we went to Bombay, we went to Bangalore, we went to actually contacted Delhi also. Chaala ante almost it took me 2.5 to 3 months actually, just looking for Rupa. And we almost selected one girl, and she came in, and then we had to send her back. But finally, Ayush ad we were watching. So one of my Anish wanted me to see that Ayush ad. So I chudagane naaku andulo there were flavors of Rupa.
I think Shekar came to me because he had this image of Rupa in his head that suddenly clashed with what he saw of me in an ad film for Ayush shampoo, when my mother-in-law is telling me how I have to compromise. And similarly with Rupa, she goes through a lot of this compromising when she's supposed to marry Rahul. So I think that struck a chord with Shekar.
Character in that actually, that ad. She is like, ante attagaru, when she walks in, kotta daughter-in-law, when she walks in, she says everything has to be changed, this has to be like this has to be like this has to be like this, and yeah. And finally, your shampoo needs to be changed, and she says no, I use shampoo. So I thought there was some strong, I thought okay, this was cute one. Then I liked the face basically.
Actually, Anish was the first person who called me, and I came down to Hyderabad, I met them, and I was very interested in what Shekar was talking about. And when they gave me a whole bound script, which is what I appreciated the most.
So that's how her selection happened. In every other character, we had almost like we scouted a lot. We have filtered in a very big way, and koni characters we did have problems.
I was in touch with Shekar for a while. I started contacting him after I saw Dollar Dreams, and I heard about the way he made films. He wants to make films, and I kind of related to that ideology and that thought process. Started getting in touch with him, and he was still making his readying his script, still finalizing it. I met him once, and then he told me that the moment the script gets ready and he starts casting, then he'll give me a call. And true to his word, I was in Bombay, he gave me a call. Came down here, I was like, and you're going to come down to shoot for HB2. Met Shekar, auditioned for the role, got through that same evening. I mean, I got a call saying, you're doing Rahul. And I went, yay, I'm Rahul.
He's a sidekick for, I think, universally adopted sidekicks, one of the kind basically. So it's like, we have seen a lot. So this is one kind basically, who literally, his character sketch was, he's probably rich, Anand being a rich guy, they raised him basically, having nobody. So his loyalty is 100% towards Anand. So adi andulo there's no, so he works for Anand, he actually, he wants to see him happy. So వాడికి ఎక్కువ అంటే వేరే సైడ్ ట్రాక్ కూడా ఉండదు. అంటే అమ్మాయిలు పక్కన వచ్చి తిరుగుతున్నా వాడికి హిస్ ఫోకస్ ఇస్ ఆనంద్ ఉంది. ఓకే వాడిని చూసుకుందాం, వాడు ఏదో తప్పు చేస్తున్నాడు, అమ్మ నన్ను క్వశ్చన్ చేస్తుంది మళ్ళీ. ఈజ్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ లైక్ ఎ గార్డియన్ టు హిమ్.
My character is Raju. Shekar makes it easy for me. He picks characters for me where not much acting is required. So actually that holds good for the kind of characters that Shekar conceives. They're all very real day-to-day characters, you know.
Samta was the most difficult.
I went to my uncle's school and with my cousins to see the school by mistake, and over there Shekar's father came and he was auditioning a few girls. So then I started talking to him. I just kept on talking to him. Then it like as I'm auditioning him. So then Anish came, and I also was talking to Anish like for about an hour or so. Then Anish asked me to come to the studios. Then I went to the studios and I met Shekar. And Shekar asked me to act a few scenes, and I did that for him. Shekar asked me to come in the evening. Then I came in the evening with my mother and my whole family, and they were seeing the sets. So then Shekar told me, can you please come for shooting?
And dogs, I wanted big dogs, like almost Beethoven kind of atmosphere కావాలని చెప్పి we thought Saint Bernard అనేది, that is the Beethoven breed. So where do we find it అంటే like Vizag నుంచి Hyderabad నుంచి, like we took a lot of trouble. This is actually one interesting thing, and also the reason we took was all these characters had significant role in the movie. So even the dogs, the puppy, I mean, if the brother had a bigger dog, that I thought Samta would take nothing less than a Saint Bernard. So we said okay, puppy of Samta will be Saint Bernard. Adi inta untadi. So it's like even the puppy is like 20 kgs.
In the movie, the dog's name is Bao Bao, but in real life, the dog's name is Moti.
Anita, like what do you call aggressiveness.
It's like, she's not scared of anybody. I mean, nuventante nuventa types, If you want to be nice to me, I'll be nice to you. That's it. It's not like, I'm doing a favor or you're doing a favor. I'll be myself in life.
Who would have the strong will and also side her in as a very good friend. ఆమె తన నర్సరీ మేనేజ్ చేసుకుంటూ, తన హ్యాపీగా తన స్కూటర్ నడుపుకుంటూ, ఏదో తన పని తను చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటుంది, పిల్లల్ని అదే తన పిల్లల్ని చూసుకుంటూ అట్లా. 2003 somewhere in August, I started looking for a team basically. Anish. So I think we two of us were the key persons basically. Technicians, I had Vijay Kumar, who did my Dollar Dreams also. I thought he had a lot of potential. I could see a lot of passion during Dollar Dreams also, but we didn't have money, so we did a lot of restrictions. We put a lot of restrictions on him. This time I sat with him and I said, I designed the scheme. I already had the scheme, so I said, okay, this is what we are going to do. With all this lighting, this is how it's going to look. This is the look of the movie basically.
Directorial called me and asked me about these weather conditions. In the sense, winter sunrise, summer sunrises, different sessions I want, and the night effects. And all he was asking me about natural lighting shows. Actually, sunrise timing is very less. Sunrise warm tone, it will be only in 15 to 20 minutes. In 15 to 20 minutes, we can't shoot any scenes and all. Actually, we'll shoot only 2-3 shots. That's why I thought and asked Shekar ji we have to create this lighting system. Then only we will be able to work whole day like that. Sunrise in the sense, we can't go every morning, evening and go and shoot and come. It is impossible because so many scenes are like that. Then I was very much interested in that lighting thing. Before I have done so many pictures, but I didn't do like this kind of lighting and all. Situational lighting. In photography, there are so many various of lighting systems. In this, I have done that early morning feeling. Dad was asking me, I want that kind of feeling, lighting and all that. We have covered the set. They are put in the outdoor. In the outdoor, the whole set was covered with the black shades. And then we have bought some powerful lights from Chennai like that. We lit up that. As the director Shekar Kammula saw that the lighting and all, he was very much impressed of that lighting. And then we took test also. Anish ji, one of the executive producers, he went and saw the rushes. And then they have come very much confident. From then we have started shooting in that morning light, night effects and all.
Everything about Anand was so natural, and Vijay sir just brought it through. He was like the backbone of the film, honestly. Though he doesn't talk at all, only smiles.
Editor ga we chose my first film cut chesina atane Marthan Venkatesh. By then he was just upcoming. Now he's like a big editor actually in the industry. But still we are friends, so he agreed to do it.
ప్రతి డైరెక్టర్కి ఒక డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుందండి. జనరల్గా డైరెక్టర్కి ఎడిటర్కి ట్యూన్ అయితే కానీ చేయలేం సినిమాలు.
సో మేము వెళ్ళేటప్పటికి వీ వర్ సీయింగ్ ద ఫుటేజ్ దట్ వీ గాట్ లైక్ ఫుటేజ్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ లైక్ 3 hours 20 minutes మూవీ వచ్చింది బేసికలీ. అంటే రఫ్ కట్ కాకుండా మేము ఫైనల్ కట్ చేసింది అంటే రిక్వైర్డ్ సీన్స్ వేర్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ లైక్ 3 hours 30 minutes 3 hours 20 minutes ఆ రేంజ్లో వచ్చినాయి.
అదే మిగతా సినిమాలకి ఏంటంటే కొంచెం లిబర్టీ తీసుకుంటాం కమర్షియల్ సినిమాలకి. ఇది ల్యాప్ అయినా పర్వాలేదు, జర్కున్నా పర్వాలేదు, జంప్ కట్లని అలాగనే వెళ్తాం. ఈ సినిమా తీయడమే బాగా తీశారు. అక్కడక్కడ ఆలాప్ వస్తుందండి. ఈ ఆలాప్లు అంటే జనరల్గా ఏంటంటే కమర్షియల్ సినిమాలు వస్తే మోసేస్తారు, ఓ అంటారు. అలాంటి ఆలాపులు ఈ సినిమాలు చాలా ఉంటాయి. దానికి మేము ఫైట్ చేసాము, సార్ ఎక్కువ వద్దు సార్ అరుస్తారేమో జనం అంటే, లేదు వెంకటేష్ ఇది బాగుంటుంది, ఫ్లోలో చూడండి, ఇది నా సినిమా స్టైల్, ఇది మూడ్ క్రియేట్ అవుద్ది, సాఫ్ట్ సినిమా అని అన్నారు. అలాగే ఆయన చెప్పింది జరిగింది.
K.M. Radhakrishnan was somebody whom we introduced. He was a boy who got in touch with us 3-4 years ago and sort of caught our attention with his enthusiasm.
ఆ టైంలో నేను పూర్తిగా సినిమాకి మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్షన్ చేయాలి అనే ఒక డెసిషన్ తీసుకోవడం జరిగింది. 20 years ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఇన్ కర్ణాటక క్లాసికల్ వోకల్ ప్రాక్టీస్లో ఉన్నాను. మా నాన్నగారే నాకు బేసిక్స్ అన్ని కర్ణాటక క్లాసిక్స్లో నేర్పించారు. కొంతకాలం సౌండ్ ఇంజనీర్ దగ్గర వర్క్ చేసి, అంటే సౌండ్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ మీద ఎలా ఉంటుంది, రికార్డింగ్ ఎలా జరుగుతుంది, టెక్నికల్గా నాలెడ్జ్ అవసరం అనే విషయంలో వాటి మీద కూడా కొంచెం వర్క్ చేయడం జరిగింది.
Shekar had a very set idea about how the songs must be, how the songs must be like.
I wanted a strong classical touch to the music.
And that reflects in the music that Radhakrishnan has actually composed. So their combination worked out really well.
పాటల విషయానికి వస్తే శేఖర్ ఒక్కొక్క సన్నివేశాన్ని నాకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారు. మెలోడియస్ కంపోజిషన్స్ని సబ్జెక్ట్ డిమాండ్ చేసింది. సో ఆటోమేటిక్గా ట్యూన్స్ అన్నీ కూడా చక్కటి మెలోడీస్, అన్ని రాగా బేస్డ్. అయితే ఇక్కడ ఏం చేసామంటే కర్ణాటక క్లాసికల్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంటైజేషన్తో పాటు వాటి ట్యూన్స్ను కూడా ఇది చాలా విషయాల్ని పరిగణలోకి తీసుకోవడం వల్ల హిందుస్థానీ క్లాసికల్ వోకల్ అంటే గాత్రాన్ని మాత్రం హిందుస్థానీ ఫ్లేవర్ని యూజ్ చేయడం జరిగిందనమాట.
When that kind of synergy happens, you have a good output, which is reflected in the music of Anand. Every one of those numbers, Nuvena, Yamuna Thiram, Charumati, Telesi Telesi, are so different from each other.
5 పాటలు అనుకుంటే తన ఒకటి తన ఫంకీ ట్యూన్ ఒకటి అరే బాగుంటుంది అంటే చారుమతి ఐ లవ్ యూ అన్నది టోటల్గా తన కంపోజిషన్ బాగుందని పెట్టిన పాట. అందుకే అది ప్రాబ్లీ సినిమాలో అదొకటి కొంచెం వేరేగా వినిపిస్తుంది.
లక్కీ అలీ తర్వాత తను లక్కీగా మాకు హైదరాబాద్లో కిరవాణి గారి కోసం పాడడానికి రావడం, మాకు అందుబాటులో ఉండడం, తనతో పాడించుకున్నాను.
Radhakrishna has done genuine hard work on it. He has captured moods, moments, feelings, emotions, everything in his music. He has made a romantic song like Nuvena and yet captured the funk in Charumati, and they've chosen their singers with such care so that they express what they're exactly saying. Music is beautiful. I actually wake up to music of Anand and I can hear it every day. That's the kind of music it is.
It's the director's choice, the director's taste of music, and Radhakrishna actually gave a very good music score to the film. Anand launched Radhakrishna as a music director.
Music, I believe, is the soul of Anand, and Shekar's vision as to what he wanted as the music of Anand.
పర్సనల్గా మ్యూజిక్ మంచి మ్యూజిక్ అని.
Hats off 100 times to the music director.
ఇలాంటి ట్యూన్స్కి ఇంత కాంప్లెక్స్ ట్యూన్స్ దాంట్లో మాటలు వేస్తే కానీ దానికి మీనింగ్ రాదు అన్నప్పుడు మనకి మాస్టర్ ఒకళ్ళే వేటూరి గారు బేసిక్గా. సో హీ కెన్ పుట్ వర్డ్స్ ఇన్ టు ఎనీ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ట్యూన్. సో వెళ్ళి కలిసాం. ఆయనకి ఒక అమ్మాయి రూప ఎలాంటిది అనేది నేను కంప్లీట్గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను. బేసిక్గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసి నేను ఒక్కొక్క మాట చెప్తుంటే ఆయన అక్కడ నేను ఒక ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఇస్తుంటే ఆయన దానికి లిరిక్ రాస్తాడు, అక్కడ ఇమ్మీడియట్గా రాస్తాడు బేసిక్గా. అప్పుడు ఐ థింక్ వీఆర్ ఇన్ ట్యూన్ బేసికలీ. దట్ వాస్ ద డే వెన్ వీఆర్ లైక్ ఇంకా ఐ ఫెల్ట్ దట్ నోబడీ కెన్ స్టాప్ హిమ్. షీఈ్ సచ్ అ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఉమెన్, నేను హర్ట్ చేసి నవ్వుతుంది అమ్మాయి అని నేను ఒక మాట చెప్తే ఆయన గుండెకే గాయం చేసి నిండుగా నవ్వేస్తుంది అన్నాడు అనమాట. అపలా లాలిస్తుంది, పడుచులా కవ్విస్తుంది అని ఇమ్మీడియట్గా హీ స్టార్టెడ్ రైటింగ్ లిరిక్స్. సో దట్స్ వెన్ నేను ఏదైతే రూపంలో క్యారెక్టర్స్ నేను ఇంగ్లీష్లో వాట్ ఎవర్ నాకు వచ్చిన విధంగా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తుంటే ఆయన టక పోయిట్గా రాసి ఐ థింక్ దట్ ఈస్ ద బెస్ట్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫిల్మ్. అంటే నాకు ఇంకా లైఫ్లో ఉద్యోగం పోయింది, రిజైన్ చేశాను, నాకు ఇంకెవరు లేరు, అమ్మ నేను తప్పు చేశానేమో అని చెప్పి బాధపడిన తర్వాత సడన్గా అమ్మ ఒక చిన్న ఊరట అని ఆనంద్ అనేవాడు ప్రవేశిస్తాడు. ఆనంద్ అనేవాడు అప్పుడే ఈ అమ్మాయి జీవితంలో అంత సంతోషం తెచ్చి అంత దగ్గరికి రాడు. ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ దట్ ఒక చిన్న మూమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇదనమాట. అంటే మూమెంట్ ఆఫ్ అంటే రెస్టిట్యూడ్ అంటారు, హ్యాపీనెస్ అనమాట. ఒక చిన్న హ్యాపీనెస్ బేసికలీ. అది జాబ్ ఉంది పోలేదు అని బాస్ చెప్తాడు. ఆ ఆనందంలో ఆ అమ్మాయి దాన్ని మనం సెలబ్రేట్ చేసుకుంటే అప్పుడు రెయిన్ వస్తే అదొక పాట కావాలి. థర్డ్ సాంగ్ ఏమో ఇది మన చారుమతి వాజ్ ఇంటర్వెల్ బ్యాంగ్ వేర్ హీ ఫాల్స్ ఇన్ లవ్. ఫస్ట్ టైం హీ రియలైజెస్ దట్ షీఈస్ ఫర్ మీ అన్నప్పుడు చారుమతి. అండ్ దెన్ లేటర్ ఇతను మిస్ అయినప్పుడు, ఇతను వెళ్ళిపోయినప్పుడు నువ్వేనా పాట.
The lyrics written by Sri Peturi sir is perfect. I made an effort to understand what actually it meant, and it's beautiful, very simple, very beautiful, very romantic.
Charumati, I Love You, which was done really well. We shot that song in 2 days, and not even 2 days, I would say a day and a half, because the second half of the day was raining, and we really, because that was the last day we got permission for the location. Ikri said we can only shoot during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So, and Shekar wanted to complete the film that day, and we were really praying to God, saying that please stop the rain, you know. And finally we completed the song. So, Charumati was done by Nixon, choreographed by Nixon.
ఒక రెయిన్ సాంగే నాకు కొంచెం ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ అనిపించింది సినిమాకి, కొంచెం మూమెంట్లు చేయడం వల్ల. అది శేఖర్ గారికి చెప్పడం జరిగింది. అంటే ఆయన కాన్సెప్ట్ వేరే అనుకున్నారు, బట్ వేరే షూట్ చేశారు. అది తప్పక ఆయన లేకపోవడం వల్ల ఆ ఒక్క సాంగే కొంచెం నాకు సినిమాకి అవే అనిపించింది. డ్యాన్స్ చేయడం అనేది ఈ సినిమాలో అంతా పొయిటిక్గా, సాఫ్ట్గా, రియల్గా తీశారు, రియల్ లైఫ్ దగ్గరగా. ఒక రెయిన్ సాంగ్ ఒకటే నా పర్సనల్ ఫీల్. ఆడియో పెద్ద హిట్ అది, బట్ విజువలైజేషన్లో కొంచెం డ్యాన్స్ మూమెంట్లు వేయడం వీళ్ళందరూ, అది కొంచెం ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ అనిపించింది ఈ సినిమాలో. ఓవరాల్ సినిమాలో అది ఒక్కటి. చారుమతి ఆడియో వెరీ గుడ్, పిక్చరైజేషన్ బాగానే ఉంది, పర్వాలేదు.
I was new about this non-language speaking people speaking in language, because I'm in Hollywood, I'm used to doing sync sound actually. So I never knew anything like dubbing existed, that somebody else could dub. Even in Dollar Dreams we did a lot of everybody's voice was dubbed by themselves. There was nobody else doing it. Dubbing lo kuda like that was a surprise to me. The first surprise is we went on doing all characters. We wanted real time, like అంటే ఒక డబ్బింగ్ ఏజెంట్ పెట్టుకుని ఒక 10 మంది వాయిస్ చేసుకొచ్చి వాడు ఒక 100 వాయిసెస్ వాళ్ళే చీట్ చేసి చెప్పడం కాకుండా, we went to each and every character was done by themselves or some other character, but not the same guy mimicking another voice.
Sunita is my voice, she has put in so much into Rupa's character. I was very scared about this one thing, because I had put in effort into my role as Rupa, and I was scared about whether the voice would carry over all the emotions and everything that I was trying to put through. It's difficult when you're not putting a voice to your own emotions, but Sunita was splendid.
Dubbing was, I took a long time, because it was the uncut version, so I had to dub the entire all these scenes, which I mean, okay, not all my scenes got cut, but some scenes got cut, some long scenes got cut. So, which was difficult, because I talk quite fast, and I couldn't talk that fast when I was dubbing, because I didn't know what I was saying. I'll tell you one scene where we were going on the bike, the hero and me. I was supposed to drop him at the old age home, and then the camera was very far. It was about half a kilometer away. And then I was driving, and the director asked us, you say the dialogues while driving the bike. Then I was like, blabbing something, blah, 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 blah. What the hell is happening? He's continuing with his dialogue. I said, see, camera is so far. Kuch nahi dikhai dega. Then he said, are you mad? That is such a, some camera, some name he gave me. I said, nahi, kuch nahi. Then I went back and I said, I didn't say my dialogues, I was just going on saying them. He was like, you idiot. Then I had to do the scene again, Then I blabbered something I didn't remember when I was dubbing. Oh God, it was so funny. I was like, I'm sorry.
Like first Praveena told me, I don't think you can talk Telugu so well, so she wanted to dub for me. So I was like, nobody is going to dub for me. This is how come my face is coming in someone else's voice. So I insisted that I'm going to dub for my voice. Hard Telugu dialogues, I used to just Shekar, please let me tell the dialogue in English. So that scene of me early morning, the last dialogue I said in English. Asalu Snoopy Garini Zulo Petali. Aina singing class untundi, so Rupa chachipote better. Shrikant, he should be pushed into the drainage. But in the movies like Shrikant drainage lo padipoyali.
Shekar didn't really care about the peripherals. He was completely into the script. And his vision is so strong, his aesthetic sense is so strong that he just guides you.
అన్ని డిపార్ట్మెంట్స్ మీద ఒక చక్కటి అవగాహన ఉన్నటువంటి దర్శకుడు ఆయన.
And Shekar's visuals are very strong. He knows exactly what he wants. He can see it in his head, so he puts it across like you can see it too. And you know what he wants you to do. And yet he gives you that much of freedom where you can do you can do it the way you want to do it, following his little guidelines. And besides that, he's such a nice guy that he never raises his voice. I can't understand why. The times where I've been like, Shekar, say something, and he's just been quiet and complacent and very good, positive energy, always bouncing.
అంటే ఆయన షూటింగ్ చాలా ఈజీగా ఉంటుందండి. అదేమో హార్డ్గా పనిచేసి అని కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేసి అలాగే లేదు, చాలా ఈజీగా తీసుకొస్తాడు. చాలా కూల్గా చెప్తాడు ఆయన, లేదు విజయ్ ఇట్లా కావాలి ఇట్లా కావాలంట. సో ఆయన అడిగేదంటే మాకు ఇంట్రెస్ట్ వచ్చేస్తుందండి, ఏదో చేయాలి, ఏదో చేసి చూపించాలి అనేది. నేను ఈ సినిమాలు చేశాను కానీ ఇంత ఇదిగా నేను ఏ సినిమాలో నేను చూపించలేదు. పెద్ద పెద్ద సినిమాలు చేశాను కానీ.
Shekar just picked out those perfect spots that people go to but they pass by, and yet when you put them on screen they are brilliant. He shot very mundane things like me on a train or walking down the tracks, us dancing on a roof, but the way he's presented those small things is what has made the big.
ఇప్పుడు శేఖర్ వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే అక్కడ నుంచి చదువుకొని రావడం వల్ల ప్రతి డిపార్ట్మెంట్ గురించి వాళ్ళకి తెలుసు. కెమెరామెన్ కంటే కెమెరామెన్కి ఈ ఫీలింగ్ ఉండాలి, ఇవి ప్రొవైడ్ చేయాలి, కెమెరామెన్ వర్క్ ఇది, ఎడిటర్ వర్క్ ఇది అని అన్నీ తెలుసు. జనరల్గా సినిమాలు తీసేవాళ్ళు ఎలా వస్తున్నారంటే ఇతను ఎడిటర్ అంటే తీసింది కట్ చేసి జాయిన్ చేయడం కదా అని వాళ్ళ ఫీలింగ్ ఉంటుంది. ఒక 2 లైట్లు వేసి తెస్తే చాలు కదా అని కెమెరామెన్ గురించి ఆ ఇంప్రెషన్ ఉంటుంది. మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్టర్కి వెళ్తే ఏదో 2 ట్యూన్లు వేస్తే వాయిస్తే ఆ పాటలు బాగున్నాయి అని ఆ ఫీలింగ్లో చాలామంది సినిమా చేస్తున్నారు. వీళ్ళతో పని చేయడం వల్ల ఏంటంటే మాకు మేము ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయ్యి చేయడానికే మాకు ఆ గుర్తింపు రావడం వల్ల ఆ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అనేది కలుగుతుంది.
He had so many characters in the movie. I wonder how he managed all those people. But he has done it really well.
I lost my cool on the sets also, and I told Shekar, see, this is not how it works. But he was so patient. He said, I'm sorry, Raja. And later I started realizing it, because generally as an actor, you think you know a lot of things, but the whole movie is the director's vision, and he's more careful than what the actor has to be. And but I really appreciate Shekar's patience with us. And the moment you look at Shekar's face, nobody would want to say anything to him. Shekar almost was in tears when the movie was done. We finished. The last shoot was when we were shooting Charumati song, and we were shooting at Ikrisat. So once the shoot was over, all the technicians sat together and everybody spoke about their kind of experience with Anand, and it was really wonderful. Shekar was almost in tears.
Shekar was obsessed with Anand, with the film, with the entire project, and like I said, it rubbed off on the entire crew. Always there to help you, because I had problems regarding language, Telugu. I still don't know a lot of Telugu, and Shekar was there, his team, his assistant directors, Praveena and Tyron and Anish, and everybody was there. They helped a lot. They were always there whenever you wanted them. Any help to discussing scenes. He had this very amazing way of clearing out what he wanted from the actor as a performance, and guess he made sure he derived it the right way, and yeah, it was fantastic working with him.
It was really great working with Shekar because he treats everybody in the set like, you know, his own family. So it was not like we were working for a film or, you know, it just happened, that's it. We finished the shooting in 20 days and it was really great. Very nice experience.
తనకు కావాల్సింది కాంప్రమైజ్ కాకుండా వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చినటువంటి మంచిదాన్ని తీసుకునే మంచి వ్యక్తిత్వం ఉన్నటువంటి వ్యక్తిగా నేను భావిస్తున్నాను.
Shekar, like every time you hear Shekar, I can imitate Shekar if you want. See, like he hears the TV in front of him and he's like so nervous, he doesn't relax. He's like in front and he's playing with his hair like this, like this, like this, and he's like, and suddenly cut, then again action, then cut, action. So that's the fun. Lights, camera, action. So then he'll be fiddling with his hair here and he'll be thinking so much. Then he's like, cut, superb, let's move on to the next shot. Then he gets up and goes for the next shot.
Action!
He was perfect for Anand. He's a very nice guy, very spontaneous actor, and he helped me a lot with my language, which was my weak point. I had a great time working with him.
He was very friendly and he didn't have airs about anything. He used to, you know, he used to be like, you know, he used to not behave like a hero only. He used to sit with everybody, chat and talk, and you know, he never had that, you know, I've done, you know, all these films and I'll behave like this, you give me a chair and I'll sit here type. He was very sweet. All of them were very nice.
When I'm in the sets, I talk to Raja and all that. And it's fun to act with him also.
Raja and Komalene, fantastic people. We're very good friends. We've bonded very well on sets.
She's a great actress and a lot of dedication towards her work. And she really gave it her best. And I'm sure people who saw the film told me, you know, and she was an asset for Anand. It's not only because of the other characters that the film did so well, but Rupa was the biggest asset for Anand.
You know, she is real bubbly kind of a thing, but in the movie she had very, you know, sober and, you know, nice, you know, it's a nindu character lantidi, but otherwise she's like real fun to work with. Like always, Sheku, she's good, Anni. Great person, nice person to work with.
Rupa always, like, she's talking to everyone when her seats are not there. She's very kind and nice. Like, we both have the same favorite color. She likes mauve, I like mauve.
Anuj, the first boyfriend, Rupa's first boyfriend, I think he's done a fantastic job. I mean, he comes from theatre, so I needn't say much about his performance. And he was really awesome. Yeah, he was good.
The kind of villain in my film who actually turned out to be quite funny, ironically, Anuj, who played Rahul. We used to tease him because they had to put this little mustache on him which made him look really evil. Anuj is superb, and I saw a film of his recently and he's doing so well. That's because he's such a good actor.
When he was since he was 2 years old, so I know that guy. So he actually, we studied in the same school. And you know, he's my principal's son, so you know, I don't think I have to tell much about him then. Nice guy, cute guy.
I think I really loved Satya's character, I mean Anita's role in the film, who played the heroine's friend in the film. I think she was very spontaneous. She would never act. You know, she was always, the way she behaved normally in her normal life, that's how she was on the sets, and even her dialogue pattern was very different from all of us. And that added a lot of charm to the film also, and to her character.
She's also fun. She has a small baby. She's really cute.
Anita, I didn't see so much of Anita's part when we were shooting because there are a lot of scenes between her and Anand, and a lot of scenes between her and other people which I wasn't a part of. But when I watched the film and the entirety of her performance hit me, I thought it was brilliant. It was flawless. She's so natural. She came across as Anita, that's Satya.
Oh, whoever comes to me says, your character was very nice and we liked your role, makes me feel very nice. I mean, very proud about myself.
Anish, I don't have much to say about. He's brilliant in every way that he is. He was so supportive, and him and Shekhar, they just put this confidence in me that I could do Rupa, even though I didn't know the language. And I thought portraying such a strong character of Rupa was going to be quite a challenge. But these people actually supported me through the whole thing.
Anish gave me a gift for Children's Day. He took the whole school free to Sangeet Theatre for the movie. Anish, he every time, you see him for 5 minutes, next 5 minutes he's busy. You can never see Anish free, poor fellow.
చిన్నపిల్లలు సమ్మత కూడా అంతే అమ్మాయిని ఏమన్నా అన్నామంటే తిరిగి అంటారు రెండు.
She was a sweetheart, and she really brought a lot of life to the sets, and she had a lot of energy, very hyperactive girl. And she was really, I really got attached to her, and so that attachment actually showed on screen. So we were really fond of each other.
Bakita's character, she's played it really well, and that's how Bakita is. Seriously, I mean, she did it the way she is in life. Very sweet character. She doesn't, it's not like she dominates, others, but she can think on her own. She can, she understands what she wants. At that age, she knows what she wants. So that's more important for anybody, for women especially.
Coming to the other characters like Bharat, Ram, and the other girl who was there in the film, and they all had their own parts, but they all had an impact in the film. And the guy who played the auto driver also, and the little boy also. So they were really fantastic.
There was my entire gang. There was Meenakshi, there was Gopi, there was Bharat, there was small Bakita, there was Abhijit. I hope I'm not missing anyone. And of course there was Patel. And this was my entire group who played my friends. They were superb. They were all fit into the characters perfectly. I think Shekhar did a brilliant job of casting.
I think each and every character deserves an applause for the film.
There was Mamama. There was Raja's, the lady who played Raja's mother, Rahul's mother, Chandana. There was my boss, Melakote. There was Guru Raj, who played Raja's father. He was brilliant to carry off a role and that too with such ease, of somebody who doesn't function normally. Guru Raj did a spectacular job.
Interactions with the entire cast and crew of Anand have been really enriching. Of course, we didn't work like a team of professionals who just come together and then go away. We're still very much bonded within each other.
Who else? Chandana was there in Dollar Dreams. She had a scene, and I knew her during my Taj days. She used to organize events and all for Dr. Bhargava, so I knew her. The rest of them, and the ADs were like, I won't say pains, but good, sweet. So, they had to organize everything. So they were always like, please, please, please do this, do that. All of them were fun. I mean, everybody was very friendly and nice.
And they were all the assistant, the entire direction team, Praveena, Tyron, Sai, Kiran, all of them. There was Apu, there was Ash, my set designer Choksi, all of them just made Anand work together. I don't think if one thing was changed about Anand, it would matter. Of course, my manager Arvind, he's my saving grace.
Praveena, most of the time she's running about Sai ye, Sai wo, or she's telling and she's the one who actually, Praveena is real responsible for all of us. She helps us in our dialogues, and when someone stands up, she cools them down. I like Praveena. And when I was nervous for some shot, she's the one, cool down.
One fine morning, me and Anish and a couple of friends were sitting, and then we thought we just having good coffee basically. So we always tend to have coffee in a place called Minerva Coffee Shop. So we felt that coffee was good, and then suddenly Anish said that it's like our movie.
We've made a film and we need to now have a caption. We didn't go with any set kind of thought process, but You know, what we realized was maybe it was important from a marketing perspective to have something to say apart from the title itself, which was just quite unique. Anand is not a regular Telugu movie title.
It's like a cup of coffee. And I said, yeah, that could be our tag. Then I said, yeah, it should be our tag. Then because it represents the kind of movie, it's simple, straight, and it says what our movie is about.
Shekar came up with this thought, let's come up with a tagline with coffee. But what do we add along with coffee? And so that's how it worked, the caption. And the tagline, Manchi Coffee Lanti Cinema, it just created some kind of a wave in the circle, like the film circle, and with the people also. They're saying, what is this Manchi Coffee Lanti Cinema?
Manchi Coffee Lante Cinema. That Telugu line I can say very well. Well, I think it was apt. We threw a lot of ideas at each other, but this one was truly, genuinely caught the feel of Anand, because though I'm not a coffee drinker myself, I know people really relish that cup of coffee after a hard day or during a hard day or even early in the morning. So Anand is the kind of happiness, the absolute happiness that bubbles from inside, like a cup of coffee does, I guess, for drinkers, coffee drinkers. That's the kind of soul that Anand has.
Anand's caption is absolutely refreshing as the film. It gives you that feeling, you know, sitting early in the morning in the mist of early morning and having a hot, nice, aromatic cup of coffee, and the kind of feeling that it gives you is exactly what Anand is. It's
Manchi coffee lanti. Yeah, it makes you feel really fresh. I mean, you don't come out of the movie with a headache. It's like, you know, it starts and you never know where it ends. That's how it is. And people don't go to watch a movie where you have to cry and, you know, actually bite your nails and think, you know, what's going to happen in the next scene. It's just, you know, every scene is entertaining. So I think it's, you know, you just, the way you sip a coffee, you know, by the time you finish your coffee, it's like, you know, the movie is over types, you know, that kind of a feeling it gives.
This film was screened for several distributors and exhibitors.
I was expecting, okay, cinema chesam ippadi nunchi vachestaru vachi konestaru vellipotaru ani basically. That was a big surprise. So nobody came and they watched, but there's nothing like buying and watching and buying and great giving my figures and all, and nothing like that. I was thinking, okay, I was very reasonable. I priced my movie very nicely. So like 2 shows la I'll sell everything ani. So that 2 shows actually happened, like it became 12 shows, but nobody bought and they had a good feel. I thought they had a good feel, they liked, but I don't think anybody was ready to buy.
I think we had like about 10 to 12 screenings, and each time we would get some big distributor walk in, and we'd also get them walking out and saying, okay, I don't think this film is really commercially viable, or, you know, it could make a lot of money, but I'm not willing to give you any money, or, you know, I'll do you a favor, I'll take the film, and if I make any money, I'll give it to you. So it was not encouraging at all. I mean, we had no way to go.
Everything is really sad that it's just a reflection of the way the industry functions. And I hope Anand is like a milestone that changes few things, where people don't look upon small projects with newcomers.
ఎప్పుడు రిలీజ్ చేయాలి, ఎవరైనా కొంటారా లేదా అని బాగా స్ట్రగుల్ అయ్యారు శేఖర్ గారు అయితే పర్సనల్గా. అందరిని అడగడం, అందరు సినిమా చూడడం, వెళ్ళిపోవడం, ఒక్కరు కూడా పాజిటివ్గా ఎవరు ముందుకు రాలేదు.
అంటే దట్స్ when I realized, అంటే ఇండస్ట్రీలో one hard fact is you can hope for visionaries, but you cannot expect visionaries basically.
I really, I didn't have words to tell Shekar, you know, because I know what he was going through. He was broke. He was literally broke because all his hard work wasn't paying off, and it was really sad.
I think if you have done something, I think you should do it all the way. Then I decided, okay, let's do it all the way, no problem.
He said, no problem, let's not give up hope, because I've really put my heart and soul into the film, and we'll release it.
Okay, I've decided I will do it. I cannot do all over AP. I don't have that kind of sources. I have three or four regions which I thought I can manage. So I budgeted, okay, what does it take for distributing Hyderabad? What does it take distributing Vizag? These 2 are my places, because these 2 are Anandish, let's call it A-class centers. I don't like classes, but okay, for convenience, I thought these 2 are my centers. సో ఇది రెండిట్లో వేద్దాం, వాట్ డస్ ఇట్ టేక్? ఐ థాట్ ఓకే, మై మూవీ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు రీచ్ పీపుల్, ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు స్టే ఫర్ 3 weeks. That's when I think I have done justice to Anand. 1 weekలో తీసేస్తే ఐ డోంట్ థింక్ పీపుల్, అంటే వచ్చి బాగుందని చెప్పేవాళ్ళు కూడా వినపడకుండా వెళ్ళిపోతే అది తప్పు, ఇట్స్ రాంగ్. సో 3 weeks is what I want, and these are the 2 centers is what I want. And what kind of theatre? My audience are superbly, I think they come in cars, fundamental audience. So I wanted a car like audience theatre basically. Parking only, much beautiful theatre where projection is good, quality cinema theatre, which is accessible. So these are the 3 things running in my mind. So let's budget it, and I thought okay, I have to run publicity in these 2 places. What is the basic publicity? Any boards untai, any walls untai, enta TV publicity, anyway we are going on. So I just calculated Vizag and Hyderabad.
So that's how he went on to release the film with 6 prints.
I want Prasad's multiplex in Hyderabad. I want a main theatre and a side theatre in somewhere remote area where there is a lot of Telugu population. So I identified 3 theatres in Hyderabad and 1 theatre in Vizag. So and then I budgeted on Vizag with publicity, with print, with rent of 3 weeks will cost me around 3 lakhs. And then Hyderabad will cost me around 4 lakhs. So let's pull up 7 lakhs. And then say I am releasing Anand on such a date. That is 15th October. We thought that was a good time. So 2 reasons I am going to release with this kind of budget. So I pulled up that kind of money. Then suddenly another guy came and said we should do Vijayawada also, and I'll help you in this. And we got Vijayawada into the frame also. So overall it was a 10 lakh budget to release Anand in 3 major A-class centers, what I call, and for 3 weeks to sustain the movie in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, if people don't watch and if people don't like Anand, I thought it's over. So let's Anand is let's wipe it out from our minds. That was our mindset. Now the release date, and then suddenly Shekar Dada Chiranjeevi is the mega star, long-awaited movie Munnabai MBBS, and got shifted on the same day. Then got released on the same day. Then they announced it on the same day. Then I said, okay, write off 1 week. Anyway, we have 3 weeks, so we'll write off 1 week and say bank on the last 2 weeks. That was a scary. It was just a momentary scare.
In fact, that helped us a lot because most generally Shekar Dada is like tickets were sold like for almost a week in advance, and people would still come to the theatre to give it a shot, and when they wouldn't, they would get a little disappointed. So the next option was Anand.
A momentary scare. Okay, it's releasing. Then I thought నేను చూస్తాను చిరంజీవి మూవీ. సో చూసిన తర్వాత నేను నెక్స్ట్ మూవీ ఏంట్రా అని చూస్తాను. సో ఆనంద్ షుడ్ బి ద నెక్స్ట్ బెస్ట్ మూవీ. లెట్స్ టేక్ ఇట్ దట్ వే. మున్నాబాయ్ శంకర్ దాదా కాకుండా ఇంకేదన్నా మూవీ పోస్టర్స్ కనిపిస్తే లెట్స్ బి ఆనంద్ ఇన్ దిస్ 3 places. సో లెట్స్ వర్క్ దట్ వే అని చెప్పి ఆల్ వాల్స్ ఎక్కడ కనిపిస్తే అక్కడ అంటించండి, చీప్గా ఏమైతే ఫ్రీ అవుతుందని క్యాంపెయిన్ చేసాం. రిలీజ్ ముందు లైక్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ట్రయల్స్ ఆల్సో. ప్రింట్ వెళ్ళడం కూడా ఒక పెద్ద స్టోరీ. యాక్చువల్లీ ఇట్ వాజ్ వీ ఆల్మోస్ట్ సోల్డ్ అవర్ శాటిలైట్ రైట్స్ టు మేక్ ద రిలీజ్ బేసికలీ. అంటే ఐ డెంట్ హ్యావ్ మనీ టు రిలీజ్ ల్యాబ్ అకౌంట్స్ అవి ఫుల్ఫిల్ చేయడానికి కూడా మనీ లేదు బేసిక్గా. Suddenly I wanted to sell the rights and settle the accounts. Suddenly there was a problem saying that the deal didn't go through, satellite deal. So in 3 hours I had to raise somewhere around 15 lakhs overnight. I mean, not even overnight, 3 hours. Closure of banking hours, so like 3 p.m. I had to raise, before 5 p.m. I had to raise 15 lakhs. So that was the reason I'm telling you, that was one like 2-hour period when I thought Anand will never happen. Somehow God's grace, some good again friends and goodwill from Suresh Babu, Ramanadu Labs and some help from Prasad Labs. It worked out, so we could release.
We went to a lot of colleges, we went to a lot of places, and we gave in coupons. We were saying that you take this coupon and you get a 5 rupees off or a 10 rupees off on your ticket. So that helped sort of publicize the film, and it reached to a lot of people, and we tried to reach every possible corner of Hyderabad, in a lot of places, Vijayawada, Eluru, Tanuku. We did a lot of campaigning for that. So that helped us, and we went to a lot of girls' colleges, and because we wanted them, because if women come in, naturally all the men will follow. That's how it works here in India. So we were targeting more at the women audience, and it really worked. A lot of people were curious. They're saying, when is Anand releasing?
The release happened basically on 15th morning. So next day morning show I was expecting like not more than 30 people, 40 people in Usha Mayuri, which is a main theatre. So my brother first went. I was like just following him. Then I saw some of my friends, assistant directors, my direction department level. They told, "Arey, it's really a lot of girls and all are in the theatre." Then I thought girls and maybe some of our like good looking guys, friends, అలాంటి వాళ్ళు తెలిసి వెళ్ళాము అలా అనిపించింది. I was like then discounting everything. Then I just slowly went to the theatre and I saw a houseful board on the morning show first day. That's when I said, okay, this is that's one moment where I thought Anand is there basically. Anand is arrived. So really happy moment, and I cannot explain in words.
The very first show when Shekar was at the theatre, I was in Vizag for the release, and because that's where I come from, Visakhapatnam, and it was it was just a hit. The very first show was a full house, and that day Shekar said, "We've struck jackpot."
Release day I was very much here, and so was my mother, and she was rather proud to see me on screen like that, and I was very apprehensive for about 2 minutes before the film started. I've always been so sure of Anand that I really never had any insecurity about it. And I don't think anybody else in the team had any insecurities about it. They faced a lot of pressure where the film was concerned, but they were all very sure of what they were doing.
Oh, the day of release, I was right here in Hyderabad. I shifted back to Hyderabad. I was there at the premiere, I was there at the first day. We had our blues, all of us, and it worked out quite fine. It was a fantastic experience when the first show ended, and it was beautiful when people appreciated it and came to us and said that fantastic performance and fantastic film. And
But I had some problem. My mother-in-law was not well, and some family problem. That's why I couldn't come there for the. I wasn't there for the premiere. I came after 3-4 days because they had the success meet after that. So I was there, and that's when I came only for 1 day. And in the afternoon I saw the movie, and evening attended the success meet, and then flew back the next day.
The release was for the actors and for all of us, it was on the 14th, but the main release in theatres around the place was on 15th. It was in Prasad's, and I took a couple of my friends. They couldn't understand Telugu, so my neighbors, they talk in Telugu and they are my best friends in my building, so I took them also. So both of my friends, like I took 4 of my friends, Hemangani, Ketna, Akash and Niharika. Akash and Niharika, they told Ketna and Hemangani what the dialogues are, and I was happily watching the movie.
ఫస్ట్ డే అయినా నేను థియేటర్కి వెళ్ళాను. జనరల్గా ఫస్ట్ సినిమా 2 సినిమాలు నాకు ఒకే రోజు రిలీజ్ అవ్వడం వల్ల ఆ సినిమాకి వెళ్తే బాగుండదు, ఈ సినిమాకి వెళ్తే బాగుండదు అని చెప్పి నేను వర్కింగ్ ప్లేస్లోనే ఉండిపోయాను, ఎడిటింగ్ రూమ్లో. శేఖర్ గారు నాకు ఒక 11:30కి ఫోన్ చేశారు. ఆయన, ఏంటి సార్ ఎంత జనం ఉన్నారా, కనీసం ఒక 50 మందినే ఉన్నారా థియేటర్లోనే అడిగాం. అదేంటి వెంకటేష్, నేనే అలాగే షాక్ అయ్యి వెళ్ళాను. ఒక 50 మంది ఉంటారేమో అని బాధపడుతూ వెళ్ళాను. చూస్తే ఫుల్ అయిపోయింది ఉషా మయూరి. కొంచెం హ్యాపీ ఫీల్ అయ్యాం. ఐఎమ్యాక్స్ నుంచి నాకు ప్రసాద్ ల్యాబ్ వాళ్ళు ఫోన్ చేసి చెప్పారు, మంచి రెస్పాన్స్ ఉంది, మార్నింగ్ షో ఫుల్ అయిపోయింది, కంటిన్యూస్ 3 డేస్కి ఫుల్ అయిందని చెప్పారు వాళ్ళు. మ్యాట్నీ చూస్తే మ్యాట్నీకి అదే క్రౌడ్ ఉన్నారు. అప్పుడు ఇంకా లైట్గా ఇంకా సినిమా తప్పు చేయదు, ఇంకా మనం అనుకున్నది గోల్ అచీవ్ చేసాం అన్న ఫీలింగ్లో ఉన్నాం.
When we walked into Usha Mayuri Theatre, and even before the ticket counters opened, when we saw a large amount of audience waiting in line for the tickets, I thought, my God, they certainly are not people who came to watch any other film. And that's when we knew, okay, fine, I think we're definitely on our way to achieving a lot of success here, and the rest, like they say, is history.
Just before the interval block is when I ask the girl, have you ever thought about the man who killed your parents? And she says, no. I said, why? Aren't you angry with him? What would you do if you meet him and stuff? So she said, the accident only happened because of me. If I wouldn't have delayed my parents. So that's one scene I really liked. And the old age home also, when we were serving all those people, it was really heart touching.
Favorite scenes of mine are the jharu scene. I run behind Anand with the jharu. I love my coffee drinking scenes. sitting on the steps. There was always smoke being blown to create the winter atmosphere. It was very nice. I loved my rain dance. I had such a blast shooting it. We were so many people shooting it, and so many sprinklers all over the place, and dirtiness and mud. We had a great blast shooting that. Then I love my marriage scene, the first time Rupa and Anand meet, and I think that scene has come across beautifully on screen.
And again, another scene that I really liked is when her first fiance would come in and he would try to force himself upon Rupa, and then I come in and I then confront him and say, okay, go and marry him, sort of thing.
There are a lot of sequences in Anand. I like the old age home scene. It's very touching. I actually felt like crying when I watched it. And that little song that goes with it, where Anand and Rupa are sitting on the terrace, just put together very well.
And when Rupa talks to my mother in the kitchen, my mom asks Rupa, why do you like Anand? She says, Anand brings a smile to me. The kind of relationship that I had with my parents, it's the same kind of relationship I share with Anand. I was so comfortable with Anand as I was with my parents. And that's a really wonderful scene.
My favorite scene, in fact, happens to be the scene where Rahul finally lashes out and gets back at what has been the ill treatment that's happening to him. His frustration finally comes out. It's the scene where he confronts Anand for the first time in the film. It's where he's asking Rupa to come along with him because it's raining and it's going to get dark, and she refuses. And then when I pester her, Anand intervenes and tries to keep me away from Rupa. And that's when Rahul lashes back and says, oh, you're the new boyfriend, and it's okay, sir, I'm leaving, she's all yours. And that sarcasm, that it's more of frustration. He's of course the boss, he's of course standing in public and he can't make a scene, and the sarcasm and the venom that he spews at that time it's actually one of my favorite scenes. My favorite scene actually in the film. In Rahul's point of view, the last climax scene, which is where he finally pleads and lets his entire heart out to Rupa and ends up hurting her physically in the process, but a very intense scene, and my last scene in the film, and apart from the other one, this is my favorite scene. Yeah.
Comedy scenes in the movie. I mean, comedy ante chala scene lo kostene navvetattu chala scenes unnai movie lo, especially Indra scene imagine chesukodam adanta అసలు షాక్ అయిపోయారు మనుషులు. ఒక ఆడపిల్ల you know imagining an Indra scene, suddenly when she looks at a guy, instead of getting scared getting worried, and then she comes back and says, okay, tell me what. That was really great. Fight scene where we fight in the volleyball court and I had to slap one guy, and I actually slapped him and he was like, come on, get in the zone, Mari. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't want to hit you. I got scared because he was really looking like Gunda, and everybody was like, don't get scared, give him one slap. And then when I went to slap him, I was like, wait, let me tell you. So that was that scene also was like really nice. I liked that scene too.
వాళ్ళందరూ కొట్టుకుంటున్నారు, అలిని రామ్ని కొట్టేస్తున్నారు.
బెస్ట్ షాట్స్ అంటే సన్ రైజ్ షాట్స్ అండి. ఆ సన్ రైజ్ షాట్లో సన్సెట్ ఒకటి తీసాం. ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్ హోమ్లో పైన వాళ్ళిద్దరు కూర్చొని మాట్లాడుకుంటుంటారు. ఇలా యాక్సిడెంట్లో ఇలా పోయారు, పోతే వాళ్ళు పలానా వాళ్ళని తెలిస్తే నువ్వు ఏమంటావంటే నేను ఏమన్నా ఇలా అనేసి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది చూడండి. వాళ్ళు కూర్చొని మాట్లాడితే ఒకటే షాట్ తీసామండి. అందరు గమనించడం వెనకాల సన్ మాత్రం మెల్లిగా దిగుతూ ఉంటుందండి కిందకి. ఒకే షాట్లో తీసాం. ఇట్ వాజ్ వెరీ గుడ్ షాట్ అండి. అండ్ అలాగే లాస్ట్ రాజా హీరోయిన్ కోసం వెయిట్ చేసే సీక్వెన్స్ ఒకటి ఉందండి. శేఖర్ గారు ఆయన డిఫరెంట్ వేరియేషన్స్లో తీయాలన్నాడు. అంటే ఎర్లీ మార్నింగ్, ఆఫ్టర్నూన్, ఈవినింగ్, సన్సెట్ అయ్యే ముందు, అప్పుడు సన్సెట్ అయ్యాక అమ్మాయి వచ్చి లాస్ట్లో హక్ చేస్తుంది. ఆ సీక్వెన్స్ ఒకటి మంచి సీక్వెన్స్ అండి.
My favorite scene in the film is actually the scene where Raja, well, the previous night Rupa says, you have to take me to Rahul's house because her mother passed away. And then, he takes her to her house. My favorite scene is the morning after, where she finally comes out of the house, and he's very irritated that he had to wait the whole night while she was talking to Rahul, and it really pisses him off. He feels a little insecure. I think for me, it's like a very defining moment in the film when they sit on the bike, and as they have that conversation. It's a beautifully shot scene actually. It was shot without any lights. I remember Vijay Kumar was sitting in the back of our Maruti Zen, holding onto the camera from his dicky, and it was like sunset on Necklace Road, and Raja and Kom were sitting on the bike driving back with the sun setting behind them, and they have this wonderful conversation where for the very first time in the film, Anand is very vocal about how he feels. I mean, it's a mixture of jealousy, irritability. At the same time, the relationship hasn't been defined yet, but they're almost talking like a boyfriend and girlfriend, which is very, very sweet. That's one of my favorite scenes.
నచ్చిన సీన్స్ పెళ్లి సీన్ బాగుంటుంది. తర్వాత సినిమాలలో లేని పోర్షన్ డీవీడీలో ఉంటుందండి ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఈ వర్షన్. దాంట్లో మేడపైన అక్కడ ఫైట్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత కాలేజ్ గ్రౌండ్లో అది ఇంటికి వచ్చి అందరూ ఒక్కొక్కరు ఒక్కొక్క మూడ్లో ఉండి వాళ్ళ కథలు చెప్తూ ఉంటారు, వాళ్ళ ఫీలింగ్స్ చెప్తుంటారు. ఒక అమ్మాయి ఒక లవ్ స్టోరీ ఎలాగాడం చేశాడని, తర్వాత ఇంకొక బాధ, తర్వాత ఒక ఆటో వస్తూ ఉంటాడు అతను కథ ఏంటనేది, ఇవన్నీ ఒక్కొక్కరు ఆ ఫీలింగ్స్ ఆ మూడ్లో వచ్చి అందరూ మాట్లాడుకుంటుంటే హీరో అందరినీ మారుస్తాడు. సినిమాలో లేదు, బట్ అది చాలా మంచి సీన్ అండి. మేడ పైన కూర్చొని మాట్లాడుతుంటారు.
Although I think a lot of people might say the Chiranjeevi scene is their favorite of Raju's, my favorite scene is where I buy this dupatta finally, or I try to find this matching dupatta, and I give it to him and says, okay man, this is the closest match, you know, maybe you can go and show it to her and she'll be happy. And he's like, okay fine, okay, just get me a job also. I was like, what? Get you a job? What is it? And then he goes and shows her the dupatta, and he comes back because she doesn't like it, and he throws it at me. I love that scene. I think I actually think I acted pretty well in that scene. It's a good scene. It's a very, very, I mean, without intending to be in your face and funny, I think it's quite hilarious. It makes me laugh actually. So that's my favorite Raju scene.
Nuvena is my personal best song basically, lyrically, tune wise కూడా. అండ్ ఆమె శ్రేయా ఘోషల్ పాడిన తీరు కానీ ఇతను రాధాకృష్ణన్ కంపోజ్ చేసిన తీరు కానీ ఐ థింక్ మెస్మరైజింగ్, రియల్లీ మెస్మరైజింగ్.
నువ్వేనా అనే సాంగ్ నాకు చాలా ఇష్టమైన పాట. ఆ పాట చేస్తున్నప్పుడు నేను చాలా హ్యాపీనెస్కి గురయ్యాను అనమాట. ఆ కంపోజిషన్ వాళ్ళిద్దరు మధ్య ఉన్నటువంటి చిన్న తగాదాలు ఉంటాయి రొమాంటిక్గా, ఆ తగాదాల మధ్య ఫీల్ అవుతూ పాడుతున్నటువంటి కంపోజిషన్
Nuvena, because it's very melancholic, I think, very heartrending, and it's sung very beautifully by Shreya Ghoshal and Radhakrishnan. She doesn't know a word of Telugu, but you wouldn't know that if you heard her sing. She worked really hard on those songs. I remember she had her exams when she was actually singing those songs for us. So she would write her exam in the morning and come to the studio in the afternoon to record, and then go back the next day to write her exam and again meet up after the exam. So she juggled with her examinations to sing for us.
I really like two songs. Two of my favorite songs in Anand are Yamuna Tiram and Nuvena.
Yamuna Tiram Sandhyaragam Nijamaina Ekalalu నేలా రెండు కనులలో ననననన I still have to learn this, so that's about it.
My favorite song is my rain song, Bache Bache. It's the happiest song in the film, and besides that, even Yamuna Tiram, parts of it where I was running around the fields. And
I like the rain song because I was there in that. And yeah, but I never liked the dance which the choreographer asked me to do. Because I was like, I didn't know where to put my hand and what to do. Very, very bad, you know, dancing especially. So, but I really liked that song. But then that was great fun. I think that's the best song. I really liked that song.
యమునా తీరం, మాంటేజ్ సాంగ్స్ అన్నీ బాగున్నాయండి. సాంగ్స్గా లేకుంటే సీన్స్లో చిన్న ఇన్వాల్వ్మెంట్ ఉంటుంది, కథగా ఉంటాయి సాంగ్స్, అందువల్ల పాటలన్నీ బాగానే అనిపించాయి నాకు.
చారుమతి ఐ లవ్ యూ ట్యూన్ నాకు బాగా ఇష్టమైనటువంటి కంపోజిషన్. అది ఎప్పుడూ చేసి పెట్టుకున్నది. అది ఇక్కడ ఈ సిచ్యువేషన్కి అంటే డిస్టర్బ్ చేయదు, అట్లీస్ట్ అంటే ఈ సిచ్యువేషన్కి సరిపోతుంది అని భావించి ఈ ట్యూన్ చాలా బాగుంది. కమర్షియల్గా మనకి స్కోప్ బాగుంటుంది.
అండ్ రెయిన్ సాంగ్ ఒకటి మంచి ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ పాట అండి.
నువ్వేనా నా నువ్వేనా, నువ్వేనా నాకు నువ్వేనా, సూర్యుడల్లే సూదిగొచ్చి సుప్రభాతమేనా, మాటలాడే చూపులన్నీ మౌన రాగమేనా, చేరువైన దూరమైన ఆనందమేనా, చేరువైన దూరమైన ఆనందమేనా, ఆనందమేనా.
My interaction with all those kids, so many of them, when I was doing their singing classes, they were all so excited to be part of a film that the excitement generated on set was extreme high energy. And besides that, I think every moment of Anand holds some kind of significance for me. So it's very difficult for me to point out just one exact moment.
My entry shot in the film is me doing push-ups, and we have it's probably one of the most hilarious moments, at least for me, during the making of the film, was when Shekar had to set the angle of the camera. I just had to check the movements and everything, and then he asked me to do a few push-ups to rehearse for the rehearsal shots. And by the time he finished two rehearsals, I had already done my push-ups and I was exhausted. And then when the final shot came in, I go 1, 2.5 down. And then again, retake, 1, 2.5 down. So what you see in the film is actually me tired and trying to do push-ups and saying dialogues at the same time. But it was good fun. All of us had a very good laugh, and still remember, I still pull my leg about it.
నాకు ఆనంద్ 142nd మూవీ, 150 సినిమాలు దాటింది ఇప్పుడు. నాకు ఫస్ట్ టైం నాకు స్టేజ్లో పిలిచి మాట్లాడమని చెప్పింది ఈయనే నాకు తెలిసి. 142nd మూవీకి నాకు ఒక ఎడిటర్ని పిలిచి మాట్లాడండి అని మైక్ ఇచ్చింది వీలే.
I was very much interested about that sunrise lighting system. We had done a lot of moonlighting and all. He was asking about that twilight ఆఫీస్ నుంచి వచ్చేటప్పుడు 6:30 to 7 లోపల లైట్ ఉంటుంది ఉండదు, అలాంటి సిస్టమ్స్ కూడా పనిచేస్తాం.
Climax scene, which was my first day of shoot, and Raja and I have that small scene where he beats me up and everything. Well, what you see on screen is not fake. But it so happened that we kind of improvised it, and I got thrown about and thrown out of the house, and the next day I walked onto sets with crepe bandages and a band-aid, and that's the thing. So it was good fun. I think Raja should try a lot of action films. He'll really do a good job.
I was a little nervous, or everyone was new to me. I never experienced shooting in my life, but it was lots of fun.
We were shooting the rain song, and when you're shooting in the heat of the day and you have 2-3 water tankers around you, I think everybody will take a chance to spray some water on each other. So a bit of that happened, and
that song, because all of us had to get wet for 4 days, and I had to give excuses like, I have fever, I have cold today, I can't get wet.
I was wearing a sleeveless t-shirt in the song, and it was summer that time. When I got sunburned and all that, actually in the song we are like having fun, dancing in the rain, but it was pretty disgusting, all the mucky, There were so many friends over there, and the dogs were there, so I was playing with the dogs. And the dog was very sweet and never bit anyone.
It was great fun. Anand was real great fun because they took almost 6-7 months to complete the movie. From day one, because it was it was like all of us, most of us knew each, like I knew Anish earlier, I knew Shekhar, I knew Shekhar's family, and then the new people who had come and who had joined him, while making Anand, they were also so friendly. It's all a young team, and that set was so nice. It was like a house. All of us used to sit somewhere, on the steps or inside the set, trying to, sit. And when we shot in summer, all of us used to fight for a fan and it was great fun. I mean, working was great fun. Though it was difficult sometimes because it just went on, They couldn't finish, at the scheduled time, and because of some problems. That was difficult for some people, especially me, because I was not in Hyderabad. I had to relocate to Bombay and then move to Bangalore, and I have a kid. So, managing her was quite difficult.
మేము యాక్చువల్లీ 60 days అట్లా ప్లాన్ చేసాం. I think we shot for around about 100 days. One thing is we shot 2 negatives actually. హిందీ కూడా షూట్ చేసాం simultaneously. So దానికోసం ఎక్కువ టైం అయింది.
It happens. I mean, if you're working, everybody will crib about something and, be happy. But finally, when it is over, everybody is happy. They forget all these chota things that happen. So that's how it just happened, and it was great.
Anand brought in a lot of change and brought in a lot of people that who've not been to theatres for like almost a decade, and they've really loved the film. And they said it's like a whiff of fresh air. So, and the entire credit goes to Shekar again.
We were not very sure because, see, I am not from the film background, but Shekar was very confident that, you see, you guys, you don't know what it is going to be. I mean, this is going to change your lives, and that's what it did to everybody. So, he used to tell us, you better be serious, don't. But though he was not serious, he used to always, he used to always crack jokes and, okay, types,
I still feel very humbled by the entire thing that Anand has become such a big hit, and people think that I was so good in the film, and every time somebody walks up to me and tells me that, I feel so humbled. It's such a high. I don't know anything, but it's just superb high. And I'm so happy that Anand is my first film because it put me on a different platform. Now I know the audience as well as me have high expectations from me, and I hope I keep up to it.
One of my biggest exciting or exhilarating moments was when I was asked for my autograph, and that was like, wow, it was good fun. It was actually a very humbling experience. Initially you think that people are going to love you and you're great and you're a big actor and on the way to being a star, but then finally small kids come to you and adults come to you and your friends, they come and say you've done a good job. It's a very humbling experience.
We were prepared for the worst. We were prepared, we were prepared for the worst. We had to keep that kind of a mindset. So 2-3 days after the film's release, we started getting phone calls from distributors and exhibitors asking us to sell their film. It was all a blur because, when you're inside the circle, when you're in the circle, it's hard to analyze what's actually happening around you. You just think, maybe people are being nice by saying the film is a hit. Maybe people are being nice by saying the film is good.
వైజాగ్లో నుంచి మంచి రిపోర్ట్ వచ్చింది, విజయవాడ నుంచి మంచి రిపోర్ట్ వచ్చింది. ఇంకా అక్కడి నుంచి కూడా వచ్చిందంటే ఇంకా తిరుగులేదు సినిమా అనుకొని మేమేం చేస్తామంటే, సార్ ఎవరైనా వస్తే మీరు బ్రేక్ ఈవెన్ మీ ముందు మీ ఫైనాన్షియల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ క్లియర్ చేసేసుకోండి, అంతవరకు రేట్లు అమ్మేయండి మీరు ఏరియాలో. అది మంచి సజెషన్ వచ్చు, చెడ్డ సజెషన్ వచ్చు. నా భయం ఏంటంటే ఆయన డబ్బులు పెట్టారు, సొంత డబ్బులు, ఎందుకు అని మా ఫీలింగ్.
I think about 2 or 3 weeks after all of that, it began to sink into me what a huge hit the film was and what it really meant to Shekar and his company.
Anand on the whole has been an amazing learning experience to me as a human being and as an actor. I've matured and grown in a lot of ways being with Amigos and Shekar, and I thank them for changing my life entirely for the better. And yeah,
Literally the doors of the industry opened up.
హాలీవుడ్లో రెగ్యులర్గా చేస్తూ ఉంటారు డైరెక్టర్స్ కట్ అని. అంటే ఇట్ డజంట్ మీన్ దట్ నాకు ఇది కావాలనుకున్నాను, ఎడిటర్ కట్ చేసి పడేశాడు, ఎడిటర్ విలను, అందుకే ఇది చేసాం అని కాదు.
దగ్గర 3 hours 40 minutes వచ్చిందండి ఫస్ట్ వర్షన్ బిఫోర్ ఆర్ఆర్. ఫస్ట్ దాన్ని ఒక 20-25 minutes తీసేసి 3 hours 20 minutesకి ఫస్ట్ కాపీ తీసాం. ఇది ఉంటే బాగుంటుంది. లాస్ట్కి 2 hours 40 minutesకి సినిమా రిలీజ్ చేయడం జరిగింది.
It is like ఏంటంటే present day situation when people are running, when they don't have time to watch bigger movies. ఇట్లా మాలాంటి సినిమాకి నేను ఎక్కడ కన్విన్స్ అయ్యానంటే మా నాన్ స్టారర్ మూవీస్కి I don't think people have time to sit 3 hours 20 minutes or 3 hours 15 minutes అని I thought let's trim it a bit because of this is a theatrical reality అన్నాం పోనీ.
తప్పనిసరి పరిస్థితుల్లో ఆయన ఒప్పుకున్నాడు. సరే డీవీడీకి నేను ఫుల్ వర్షన్ పెట్టుకుంటాను, అవార్డులు ఫుల్ వర్షన్ పంపించుకుంటానని చెప్పి అది పక్కన పెట్టి ఓన్లీ రిలీజ్ కానీ ఈ వర్షన్ చేసాం.
There's a lot of economics behind why we do it. It's not just the editor's thing. But luckily, through what we are doing is the DVD release, dwara, we are retaining the old my cut, what I have shot and cut. So it's a very good chance that you will get a big picture.
సినిమా చూసిన తర్వాత నాకు వచ్చిన రివ్యూస్లో ఈ అమ్మాయి సడన్గా మారిపోయింది అని చాలామంది అంటున్నారు. అది ఇప్పుడు మీరు సినిమా చూసేటప్పుడు అంటే మీకు జర్క్గా ఫీల్ అవ్వకపోవచ్చు, బట్ చిన్న క్రిటిక్ ఉంది చిన్నది, అది కూడా లేకుండా ఉంటుంది ఫుల్ వర్షన్లో.
I'm so excited about this director's cut, and at the same time I'm quite anxious about it because there are a lot of things in the film that I don't want people to see me having done. There are a lot of mistakes and goofs up that I didn't think would come out, but now I guess with the director's cut I'm going to put in a lot of things that are not going to make me look like such a perfect Rupa.
Anand has to be told the way it has been told. అంటే దీనికి ఒక ఫీల్ పీపుల్ when they sit in the theater or when they sit to watch a DVD in a home theater or with their families, I wanted them to forget about every other thing, maybe big or small, and I wanted it to be a complete Anand Rupa story.
I'm really glad about the fact that we are doing the director's cut of Anand because number one, it's the first. Like Anand, there's a lot of first, but this is definitely a very good first. And besides that, I think it's good that you give people an opportunity to tell others about everybody who's involved in the film, an opportunity to speak about the film and their experiences and what they see Anand, what Anand means to them. And plus, you guys can have a lot of laughs because you all will get to see a lot of things that you missed out in Anand that weren't shown to you.
It's a good practice, and I think a lot of filmmakers in Telugu kuda chaala mandi I think directors ki valla vision is special ga untadi, vallu edo characters raskuntaru vallaki istamani edo problems valla cut cheyalsi vastadi. I think itlanti vachi DVD pack vaste I think it's a very good thing. I think it's a bonus basically. So I think everyone should own this. I will own this.
I think it's a wonderful move. Yeah, there are some very good scenes. I'm sure people will appreciate them and enjoy them as much as they've done for this version of the film. And Anand's going to rule. Anand's going to rock and fantastic.
I'm sure people will like it, you know. It's a very good idea because I've never heard of it earlier, and I think it's really nice.
You know, what is unique about this DVD that you will be watching is just the way it's being presented. I mean, it's not been done before for any Telugu film.
I don't think I've seen any film that has all these on a DVD. So I really thank CAD Entertainment for giving us the opportunity and presenting the director's cut and our views and sharing our experiences of Anand. It was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Now, the film has so much more than what you see on screen. You get to see all those things.
ఈ ఫుల్ వర్షన్ DVD అనేది నాకు తెలిసి అన్ని సినిమాలకు వస్తే బాగుంటుందని ఫీలింగ్ అండి.
That's fantastic.
First question is
నేను రాధాకృష్ణన్ ఇలాంటి కోరస్ బిట్స్ యూజ్ చేసాం. తెలుగులో చెప్పచ్చా?
Because as far as Telugu goes, it's like...
Alright, so I'm Anuj Karvara. So who am I?
Huh? In the aeroplane? Yeah, no, they didn't give me chocolates. The air deck, no, that plane, no AC. The AC also is not working there.
Meka, where are you?
I love the food here. I like the fish here, all the spiciness and yeah. Thank you.
Happy?